So today we will be using our band and start on the floor. So go ahead and find a position on your back. Relaxing down, and we'll just start with that nice little pelvic tilt, pressing the back into the floor. Excellent. Let's add the arms, exhaling as we tuck them, hands down, inhale, lift up. Imprinting the back into the floor. Two more. Last one. Inhale, lift up. We're gonna walk the feet. Exhale, one knee in, reaching to the outside of the ankle. Inhale, lift. Over to the other side. Last one this side, and then we'll go to a straight leg, and last one this side. I'm gonna stay on that one side only. Leg will come up, pull it down towards the chest. Inhale and exhale, same leg. Excellent. Change legs, straighten that other side, and exhale, pull it in. Last three. And last one. Excellent. Bring those knees in and up. Bring the hands behind the head, bottom of the shoulder blades touching the floor. Take those legs out. We're going to exhale as we lift. Inhale to that 45. Inner thighs are zipped up, toes are slightly turned out. Last four. Two more. Last one. Excellent. Bring the knees out. So the feet are going to turn out and then come in. So you're in that nice little butterfly. Exhale and inhale. Think of sliding those feet across the shelf. Last two. Last one. Excellent. Lower and lift those legs. Legs are in that butterfly. Still supporting that neck. Last four. And last one. Excellent. Release those feet to the floor. Bring those knees together. Grab that band. Put the band around the knees, just above the kneecap. Checking in. Feet are as close to the bottom as feels comfortable. We're gonna lift up, press out, come in, lower down. Up, inhale, exhale, and inhale. Exhale, inhale, and exhale, and inhale. One movement, one breath. Four more. Last two. And last one, stay here. Little pulse, little lift. Four, three, two, last one. Excellent. Bring those feet to the one side, shift the hips, come over onto the side, pushing yourself up, grabbing a quick drink, and we'll come back down to that side. Adjusting that strap. Think of lining up your back to the back of your mat, feet to the front, and then you'll bend those knees. Supporting that head, we're gonna lift and lower that top leg. Two more. And last one. Excellent. You're gonna lift that whole leg now. Last four. Two more. Last one. Excellent. So we're gonna lift and then open, lower, and lower. Lift the ankles, open the knees, lower the knees, lower the ankles. Inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale. Halfway there. Last two. And last one. Excellent. Keeping the knees together, just lift and lower that leg at the ankle. Two more. And last one. Excellent. Release that leg, coming all the way up, bringing those legs around. I'm gonna grab a quick drink. I'm gonna stay here in the center. Moving into our astronaut. Turn slightly to the side here. So we are going to lift up, Toes up, distance, hip distance apart, leaning back, holding here. Release the hands to the knees. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, pushing back. Reaching over to the one side, take the other hand out. Releasing that hand back to the center. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, back down, holding here in the center. Grabbing the back of the thighs. Inhale, lift up. Exhaling back over to the other side, reaching across. Coming back to the center, grabbing the back of the thighs. Inhale, lift up. Exhale back. Last one here in the center. Two more. Excellent. Grabbing the back of the knees. Inhaling, lifting up. I'm going to rotate over onto the hands and knees, keeping the band there. We'll get back to that in a moment. Coming into that nice plank position, knees hip distance apart. And we're just going to pull the shoulder blades towards the spine and push back up. Fingers are spread. Only a slight bend in the elbows, working those shoulder blades against the ribs. Inhale as you push away. Exhale as you squeeze. Four more. Last two. And last one. Excellent. Releasing that band all the way down. All the way down to the ankles. Coming on to the tummy. Keeping one foot down. Got it all the way down around those ankles. And we are going to work into that hamstring. So I encourage you to get it over the bottom of your foot so you get a little bit more activation there. Allow that upper body to kind of relax. We've got four more. Last two. Last one. You're going to lower, lift, and hold. Little pulse. Four, three, and two. Last one. Release down, put it back around the ankle. Get that other foot so it's underneath that arch. Pinning that other side down. Here we go. Bring it up and down. 4 more. Last 2. Last 1. Lower, lift, and pulse. Three, 2, 1. Excellent. And release. So back around those ankles. Come up onto the knees. Shoulders back and down. If and when you're ready, you will come up onto those legs. You're going to step it out, in. Still maintaining that tension on the band. So you're just stepping out the width of your mat and then back to hip distance. Four more. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Bring it back in. Pay attention to which leg was that. Starting leg. Drop down to the knees. Hands a little wider. Fingers spread. Lower and lift. Exhale and inhale. Four more. Last 2. And last 1. Excellent. Coming back up onto those hands and knees, or off of the knees. Other leg leads coming out and in. The higher your bottom, the less those abs are working. 4, 3. Last 2. Last 1s. And release down. Excellent. Whew. Coming over that other side. For the knees, for the legs. Pulling it up to the knees. We'll grab a quick drink before we head over there. Excellent. Bring those legs around. Bring your back up against the back of the mat, supporting the head and neck. Feet angled out to the end, and then bend those knees. Bring them up a little bit. When you're ready, lift and lower. Last 3 and 2. Last 1. Lift that whole leg as one unit. Two more. Last 1. Excellent. Both ankles come up. Then we open at the knees, lower down, down, up, open, lower, down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale and exhale. Last 2. Last 1. Excellent. Lift and lower just that foot. Keep those knees together. Give me one more. Excellent. Bring those legs straight. Come back onto the tummy, coming into a sphinx, just holding here. Have those legs apart. Make sure you're not dumping into the back, lifting up as you push away from the floor. And releasing down, bringing those legs back together. Reach back there, grabbing a foot. Oh, coming around to the outside. Releasing all the way down. Into that nice quad stretch. And slowly releasing down over to the other side. Grabbing at the inside if that's where you need to start. Coming to the outside. Zipping up those thighs, letting that upper body come down. And on the next exhale, slowly release that down. Bring the hands back by the chest, coming up, pushing all the way back into that extended child's pose. Inhale, coming up, we're gonna slide that band down to the ankles. Taking those feet apart. Walking those hands forward, we are gonna come up and push back into that down dog. Having those feet hip distance apart. So from our down dog, we're gonna shift to one leg, lift, release down, shift to the other leg and lift. Taking your time, inhale and exhale, and inhale and exhale. Four more each side. Last two. Last one this side. And last one this side. Excellent. Release that band off to the side. Coming down, pressing back once again into that extended child's pose. Turning the hands over into that plaintive child, thumbs coming out and away from each other. And then taking the hands back by the ankles, allowing your shoulders to just relax down. Resting on your forehead. On your next exhale, bringing those hands up by the face, gently pushing yourself up into and back towards that hero's pose. Finding what works for you. Remembering to listen to your body. Walking the hands forward just a little bit. We're going to come up onto our toes into our nice beast. So we're going to come off the knees, pressing back, loading those knees from this direction. And slowly start to straighten those legs. Having those feet bare if they're not. Going to move through the down dog with the 3-point dog. So we are going to lift one leg up. Inhale, exhale in. Same leg. Inhale, lift, exhale in. Knee and nails stay facing the floor, even at the top. Four more. Last two. Last one. Bring it in all the way down to the floor, releasing that back leg down. Coming down off those hands, off those wrists, into our nice little pigeon, stretching through that hip. Few more breaths here. On your next inhale, come up onto those forearms, engage that back foot, lifting that leg, coming up into that forearm plank. And as you exhale, release all the way back down to the floor, hands by the chest, coming all the way up into cobra. Shoulders back and down. Exhaling all the way back down to the floor. Coming up to the knees. Pressing back into that extended child's pose. Turning those hands over to that plaintive child. Two more breaths here. And as you exhale, release those hands all the way back. Fingers by the ankles, allowing those shoulders to relax. As you exhale, bring those hands back by the face, coming all the way up, pushing yourself back, coming into that nice hero's pose, whatever that may look like for you. Releasing those hands back down to the floor. Engage those feet. We're going to come out of those knees into that beast. Continuing to stretch into those quads, into the knees a little bit. Two more breaths. And push through the floor to straighten those legs. Walk those hands forward just a bit into that down dog. We're going to lift out of the heels, releasing back down, moving to that other side, bringing that first foot that we were moving to the center between those hands. And we're going to inhale that leg up. Exhale, pull it in. Knee and nails stay facing the floor. Even up at the top. Four more. Last two. Last one. Send it out behind you. Bring it in and up through. In between those hands. Stepping that leg back. Coming down to those forearms for that pigeon. Last two breaths here. Excellent. Engaging that back foot, lengthening through that leg, staying on those forearms, sending that other leg back, coming into that forearm plank. Two more breaths. Excellent. Releasing all the way down to the floor, coming up into our Sphinx. Shoulder blades back and down, pushing away from the floor. Shoulders back and down, lifting that tummy so we're just on the top of our kneecaps. Two more breaths. And releasing that tummy down, hands back by the chest, pressing all the way up Walking over to one side, we're gonna bring the leg that's on the opposite side up and through, and then come back, framing that foot, adjusting as you need to. Coming up, make sure on that knee, just that leg, coming all the way up, think up and over, and into that nice kneeling crescent. As you exhale down, frame that foot, scooch back into that kneeling half splits, toe lifted. Move that inside hand forward and then grab the back of the knee, pull it in and up. Give me that nice rotation into that spinal twist. 'And as you exhale, release the head, the neck, the chest, the ribs, and the abdominals. We're gonna pivot on that knee, send that other leg out and come over. Coming up and over, hand on that instep into a variation of our triangle side angle. Gently pushing against that leg, getting that nice adductor stretch. Two more breaths. Inhale, bring that hand to the floor. We're gonna pivot that foot in, engage that back foot coming up and into that nice forward fold. Stretching into those hamstrings. On your next exhale, coming up out of those arms, bring those knees in one at a time. Coming all the way up, hands on the small of the back. Lifting up and over, turn to the side. We're in our kneeling camel. And as you inhale, coming up, stacking those vertebrae one at a time, coming all the way down. Gonna come over to the inside of the mat, bringing that other side up, other foot in, coming over, framing that foot, pressing forward, adjusting that back knee, coming up into that nice kneeling crescent. As you exhale, come on down, frame that foot, press yourself back into that kneeling half splits. You have that option of lifting that toe or not. Find what works for you. Bring that hand closer to the knee on that inside. Pull the back of that knee, come on up. Give me that nice spinal twist. And coming back to center, coming down, we're gonna pivot on that knee. Coming on up, hand comes on that instep, pressing into that leg, arm comes up and over. Walk that foot away if you need to. Give yourself that nice rotation, coming up and over, opening that side body. And exhale, bringing that hand to the floor, engaging that back foot, coming up into that nice straddle position, pivoting that foot in. Going to come into that windmill, rotating to one side. Exhaling down, opening to the other side. And exhaling all the way down, bringing those legs in one at a time into that nice kneeling position. Rotate to one side, rounding out into that cat. Holding here. Continue to breathe. And inhaling, pulling those shoulders back and down into a nice little cow. And coming back into a neutral spine, shoulders back and down, just holding in that nice neutral spine. Two more breaths here. Excellent. On your next exhale, find a comfortable seated position, bringing one leg around the other, giving yourself that nice hug on that leg, stretching through the back of that thigh, the glute, the shoulder, looking over that back shoulder. As you exhale, release the head, the neck, the chest, the ribs, and the abdominals. Changing sides, changing legs. Squeezing that leg in. Lengthening through the spine as you rotate. And as you exhale, release the head, the neck, the chest, the ribs, and the abdominals. Go ahead and find a comfortable position on your back, bringing the legs to the chest, rolling side to side, massaging that low back. And on your next exhale, let those legs come down to the mat and then all the way down to the floor, walking those shoulder blades underneath your body. As you exhale, allow your body to sink into the mat, relaxing everything into the floor. So we're going to breathe in a count of 4 and then out a count of 4. And out 4, 3, 2, 1. In for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just take a normal breathing pattern. Continuing to let your body relax into that floor. Few of your normal cycle breaths. On your next exhale, bend that left knee. Lift your hips over, roll over onto that right side of the body, finding a comfortable position there, supporting that head and neck with the arm. On your next exhale, using that top hand, that left hand, push yourself up to a comfortable seated position and slowly begin circling around. Two more this direction. Excellent. Coming center, change your feet, change directions. Two more. And last one, coming center, shrug those shoulders up and around, press to the front, round out through the spine. And up and around, pressing out to the side. And one more time, up and around, pressing to the back, turning those hands over. Big breath in, breathing in one for the mind, exhaling to the side. Breathing in one for the body, exhaling to the other side. And breathing in one for the spirit, Bringing the hands heart center. Namaste. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today.